Good morning and welcome to Ewetopia on this sunny, cold, crisp morning. I believe it's minus 12 today. But miracle of all miracles, we've only got the slightest of breeze, so it doesn't feel like minus 20. And little known fact, Canadians are the nationality that speaks most about the weather than any other country. So if you ever come to Canada, you know you can get a conversation started if you talk about the weather. Anyway, we're at the barn. Let's check and see what's happening in here today. This morning I skipped by Jerry for a second because Arnie came out here real early this morning to do chores, and I haven't seen him yet, and I'm not sure if he already fed him. So if he hasn't, we'll come back later. I'm just checking in these barns, and the feel in the barn is different this morning. They have that quiet, I hear little, oh, actually, sorry, we got a lamb. I thought I was going to say that I could hear little gurgling sounds, and I do. We got a lamb. Okay, so I'm going to quickly peek in the other barn since she's looking, and that's why I thought it felt funny. Because all these girls are sitting at the front and it just seems quiet. These girls are laying at the front too, but they're actually spread out all through the pens, so nobody's got a lamb in there. But this is the group that was supposed to go first, so we'll get the jug and everything ready and get prepared to bring this lamb in. So he's in the jug. It's a big boy. He's got really good bone structure. He's had his first drink of colostrum. We dipped his navel in iodine to stop infection getting in. She's a first timer, so she's a little nervous. She has lots of milk. Go with your mommy. There you go. First timers, we give them a little space so that they can bond. So I'm not going to stay in here with them. He has had his colostrum. And we'll check on them again later today. She's in a jug. She's the second to have a lamb from Felon. She just got some fresh hay and some warm water. And they're set to go. So I'm going to record them in my book now. And there's another lamb and sheep in the other barn crying too. So Jerry already did get fed. These guys are in here playing around. Oh, and Jerry's trying to play with that one, not realizing he's twice its size. I bet they've already discovered the box, and Jerry thinks they're fun. So in the background you can hear kind of bang. Hear that? It's just one sheep. You know it's the same one because if you listen carefully, you can see it's the same voice. They all have different voices. See, another one just bad there. Oh, it was a different voice. But the one that's going constantly is in this barn here, in the heifer barn. In Gladiator and Geronimo's group. She is a first timer as well. She's going into labor now, and she doesn't understand what's going on. So usually experienced ewes will go off on their own and have their lamb, but this ewe is actually a little bit frightened. So she's packing herself right in with all these girls. Because they get comfort from the flock. So she could be, we could have a hard time getting her out of this group when she does lamb. That's the type of ewe who might be afraid of the lamb or not know what's going on and run off. Plus, this is a really big group for her to walk through. When ewes are calm and know what they're doing, they'll follow their lamb out really easily. But we'll see. But she's upset and she's in a cluster. And she is going to have a lamb today. So we're just going to get some hay to feed these girls. They're up here because they know food's coming, and that ewe is actually making them uptight too. They like to give the one that's lambing space. They usually will gather at the front or the back of the barn away from the one that's lambing so that they can have their space. It's kind of very nice and polite of them. So now that they're being fed, a ewe in labor is not going to come up to the feeder. So everybody else should get in the feeder, and she's still going up close to them. She doesn't know what's going on. She's freaking out a little bit. But now she's got her space anyway. That's her. That's the only problem with first timers. Some of them can be really, really nervous, and others are just great. She doesn't have a sack out or anything yet, but she can feel it coming on, and she doesn't know what it is, and her hormones are raging, and yeah, she's freaked. She's gonna be a real joy to get out of here. I can tell you that now. That's the bonus of the old girls. They know the routine, they're real easy. Well, we were gone for 20 minutes to do chores in the other barn. She didn't have a sack, but now she's had a lamb on her own. Luckily we fed the hay because everybody's out of her way. Because another problem that can happen is when you have a group of sheep like this, they get startled by the whole routine and they'll run, and they can actually trample the lambs. So you have to be very, very slow and careful when getting lambs, removing lambs from groups. You don't want a stampede where the lambs get run over. So I'm not going in there now, unless Arnie wants me to. Because she's new, he's just doing baby steps, walking her closer and closer to the gate so we can get her out of here. But the problems are always the other ewes. They're all curious too, wondering what that ewe has. Okay, she's in the jug. She's licking him off. She's loving him. She wasn't as hard to get in as we thought, because she's actually one of my pets. She is a first timer. We checked her a little bit. We don't think she has another one, but we're not sure. So we're going to leave them. This guy's making his attempt to nurse. So I'm just going to see if he needs any help. Hi, buddy. You're a big lad. And he's on. Good mom. You're a really good mom. Yeah, you guys are really good. Already you can get a feel for lambs when they're born, if they got that good wide. As you can see how wide he is already. The shoulders too. Nice ram lamb. So now in the barn we have 2 ewes in jugs with single lambs. Now there are a lot of people who would say, oh, single lambs, like, isn't that terrible? But this guy's a humdinger single lamb, so well, that's good. And that ewe over there is smaller, so her lamb is smaller. She could have another one. Don't think so. But these are first timers, and we find it's quite common for a first timer to have a single. And we're actually quite okay with singles on first timers because it gives them time to practice and learn how to be a good mom. Twins is always the most desirable, but on a first timer, I would rather have 2 singles than triplets. Yeah, if it's about money, maybe the triplets more, but it's not about money for us. It's about creating really good breeding stock. And both of these moms are twins. And the fathers are both twins too. Actually, that one might be from a triplet ram. I have to see who the dad of that one is. So, that's the start to today. I gotta go into town now and get some butter because I ran out of butter for my Christmas baking. So, I'll be back later. So, Arnie was dealing with all the sheep today, this afternoon, so that I could do Christmas baking. Now, they look kind of like cows right now, but they are sheep. Shortbread sheep. And we got some in the oven here cooking. And today I'm going to do them a little different than I did them last year. And when we were in the UK, we got this really cute little shortbread sheep container. It's a tin one, which I kept. And that gave me the idea of doing shortbread sheep. The UK have everything for sheep. So we're going to continue with them and get them finished and show you some Christmas sheep. And tomorrow we'll show you the real Christmas lambs.